Beware what goes bump in the night, because it could be one of these fellas. Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 monsters from the Witcher franchise.
Show me what you got.
For this list, we're looking at the most memorable creatures in Geralt's bestiary. Keep in mind, we'll only be considering monstrous candidates from the video games and television series. Sorry, book lovers, maybe another time.
Are you looking for an RPG with gorgeous graphics, tons of activities for players, and some of the most engaging gameplay around? Well, look no further than Raid: Shadow Legends. Go ahead and click the links in the description, and stay tuned for more Raid later in the video.
Number 10, Kikimora. Hope you're quick on your feet, because to avoid the limbs of these cruel insectoids, you will need to be rather nimble. Whether you remember these monsters from your time hunting down their queen in the first Witcher game, or encountering swarms of them in Toussaint the third installment's Blood and Wine expansion, these giant arthropods are quite a handful.
Damn it.
That might be why the Netflix series decided to include one alongside Geralt's on-screen introduction. Only there, it was at least 10 times more frightening. What was up with that face? Number 9, Dopplers.
I know you're a Doppler and a kleptomaniac.
Merchants put out a contract on me.
Surviving in a world like the continent isn't easy. Caught between human prejudice and the dangers of the wilds, these creatures had no choice but to blend into society. Also known as changelings and shapeshifters, Dopplers can take on other physical forms through close observation, a metamorphosis that also includes a victim's thoughts and feelings. This allows them to hide under the radar from anyone, even Witchers.
Damn, I look old.
While Geralt has encountered a mix of both decent and devious mimics in his time, non-gamers were only introduced to one in the show's first season, and boy was he a bad egg.
Everything you've ever done, ever debated, ever dreamed is in our head now.
Number 8, Vampires.
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megoscope would be useless.
You can always count on these bloodsuckers to show up anytime a dark fantasy series rolls up, and The Witcher is no exception. A key difference is that The Witcher's vampires are born vampires. They're not made from humans. The series has also given these Draculas a detailed hierarchy, just so you know on what level you're screwed.
I've tired of guessing your human thoughts. So articulate them or leave me be.
You've got the sensual yet sinister Bruxa, the insatiable Ekimara, the calculating Katakan, and that's all before we get into the higher vampires. Among them are Geralt's longtime eloquent companion Regis, the tortured villain of Blood and Wine Detloff, and capping it all off, the nigh invincible Unseen Elder.
You help me. How?
Depends on you.
What do they all have in common? They can cleave you into chunks with just one swipe. Number 7, Gaunter O'Dimm.
Let us say, time has always fascinated me, so I taught myself how best to use it.
If the continent has a devil, then he probably has the same face as this wandering wish granter. While his appearance and mannerisms paint him as just your average jokester, the painful truth of the matter is that Master Mirror might just be the most powerful creature Geralt has ever encountered.
Gaunter O'Dimm, evil incarnate.
He didn't send me, but he is why I'm here.
He can make any wish come true, including immortality. He can stop time with a clap of his hands, and he'll collect your soul without hesitation when it comes time to pay up. Combine that with lethal cunning, and it's no small miracle that Geralt was able to outwit him in the deadliest game of riddles ever seen in gaming.
Be gone. You've lost.
Number 6, Neckers. Slaying one of these little corpse eaters is about as easy as it gets. Just a shame they're rarely ever alone. Attacking from the underground in swarms, their claws and teeth will rip through anything they can catch. Experienced players will likely have fond memories of cleaving their way through them with minimal difficulty, all before dropping a bomb into their nests to finish the scavengers off. Henry Cavill's Geralt had a much rougher time of it, however. While he did slay a whole pack of them, one left him with a nasty bite, poisoning him in the process. Nasty little bastards. Number 5. Leshen. Now we're getting into the big players. Ancient in age, these towering forest guardians will rip apart anything that enters their woods. Physically, Leshen might not seem as imposing as other relics, such as, fiends. But with their more humanoid appearance and ability to summon natural allies, they're as unnerving as they are deadly. Unless you want to be pulled apart by tree roots or pecked to death by crows, you'd best keep your distance. Given the nature of his profession, Geralt has been forced to go toe-to-toe against these behemoths on numerous occasions. Each encounter eerier than the last. Be prepared to spam Igni like your life depends on it. Number 4. Botchling.
Sometimes miscarried fetuses, if they don't get a proper burial, turn into botchlings.
Into what?
Now this is just depressing. A botchling is the reanimated corpse of a stillborn infant that was denied a proper burial, cursed to roam the night in search of pregnant women to feed on.
Merciful gods!
Having encountered one such creature in Velen in The Witcher 3, we learn that there are 2 ways to end the agonizing existence of this misshapen tragedy: a ritual that requires a great deal of patience and axii, or a blow from a silver blade. Be warned, the latter does not end prettily, even if you were going for a mercy kill.
Thank you, Dea. Go in peace.
Honestly, the things the Bloody Baron had us do. Number 3. The Caretaker. Now this was a monster that stuck with gamers long after putting down the game. It's memorable partly due to the mystery surrounding its origins, and partly to its horrifying appearance, or lack thereof. Introduced through the Hearts of Stone expansion, the Caretaker is a faceless entity that protects the grounds of the Von Everec estate, one that Geralt finds himself facing sword to shovel. We're still speculating why Olgierd, even at his most heartless, would ever summon a demon such as this to monitor his ancestral home and guard his wife. Either way, it's not to be trifled with, especially since it can use the souls of the buried to heal itself.
No eyes or nostrils, deformed organs. Damn thing had no right to be alive.
Number 2. Striga.
I loved your mother.
It may not be the destroyer of worlds, but the Striga holds a special place amongst the hearts of Witcher fans everywhere. It was the creature that the White Wolf fought in the first cutscene of the first game, and it was also arguably the highlight of the Netflix adaptation's first season. Cursed from birth and mutated into a disgusting form that knows only hunger and rage, the Striga took Geralt to task and nearly broke him. The only way to defeat her was to keep her out of her coffin until the 3rd crowing of the rooster. Whether you prefer the bulky red head or the skeletal screamer, the punishment these tragic creatures can inflict is immense.
Raid is an immersive RPG with hundreds of champions to collect and customize. Just take a look at this massive roster. Raid also has a thriving community, so why not join a clan, make some friends, and battle clan bosses for some sweet rewards. And if you're anything like me, you'll love the competitiveness of PvP as you fight for the top spot against other players. Raid is totally free, and now you can play both on mobile and on your desktop. Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you'll get 100,000 silver and 1 free champion, Slasher, who will literally slash your enemies to pieces. I mean, look at the face on this guy. All this treasure will be waiting for you right here. So good luck, and I'll see you there.
Number 1. The Crones.
She is ours. Come. It is another woman who interests you.
Call them the Ladies of the Wood. Call them Bruess, Weavess, and Wispess. However you want to refer to them, just know the Crones of Crookback Bog are not to be trifled with.
How did you wind up here?
My father brought me. Told me to follow the trail of treats and eat my fill.
With their vindictive personalities, thirst for elder blood, and array of dark magic, these three sisters have no shortage of ways to contort an innocent soul into nothingness. Oh, and make sure you don't get distracted when they resort to their beautiful and often naked human forms. You'll just end up as their dinner all the quicker. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.